Here I've got, even though I have no tap handles, I have Trim Tab Rye Brown Ale. It's called Pillar to Post. It is made in Birmingham, Alabama. And right here is Blue Pants Amber Ale. That's just the name of it, and it is, well, it's an amber ale. And I'm going to review both of these. First we'll do the Trim Tab, and then we will do the Blue Pants. As a second ago, when I told you about I was having two different tap beers there at my house, I have, as I mentioned, this one is the Trim Tab Pillar to Post Rye Brown Ale. And this one right here is Blue Pants' Amber Waders of Grain, as it was formerly known. It's now just called Amber Ale. We are first going to start off with this Trim Tab Rye Brown Ale. Got kind of a bit of head on it, so I'm going to let it sit just a second. I'm going to bring the camera in to show you what they look like. Right here we have the Trim Tab Brown Ale, and right here we have Blue Pants' Amber Ale. As you can see, they are both darker beers. That one has a real rich, deep brown color, as is common with a brown ale, but it's a little darker than most brown ales, honestly. This one, the color of the beer itself reminds me more along the lines of a porter or a stout, but the head is not the same. It doesn't have as dark of a color as you would usually find on a porter or a stout. And this one, as you can see, is an amber ale. Let me hold it to the light. Colors, kind of a brownish color, has a hint of red. And this, hold it up to the light, light barely goes through it. So now I'm going to give them the taste and smell test. Okay. First, let's start off with the Amber Ale. It's this one. On the aroma, it's got a real malty sweetness to it. Not much hops. I can't really discern any type of hops, particularly by the smell. Taste is malty sweetness. It comes and goes quickly. It is very smooth, easy to drink. The flavor does not linger. This would be a good gateway beer for people coming into craft beers. It's not too heavy and it's not too light. Also, it's good full-bodied flavor, but it's definitely not overbearing. I give it about a 7 out of 10. And it would just go with just about anything food-wise that probably like a Yuengling would go with. You know, it'd probably go good with barbecue, burgers. It's a little light for a steak. Any type of grilled meats would probably be good with it. Just not a steak, in my opinion, because a steak would be overbearing for this. You need a stronger flavored beer. Now, I'm going to try this Trim Tab Brown Ale. It is a rye brown ale. Excuse me. I do get the hint of rye. I don't smell that malty sweetness smell. you do taste the rye as your typical brown ale type flavor, just with rye basically. It's not very sweet. It's not very bitter either. If I remember correctly, I think this brown ale was somewhere around 25 to 30 IBUs. So, you know, that's not very bitter at all. Food-wise, I'd say the same exact thing as that. You know, you want good semi-bold foods, but not over, you know, not really strong flavored foods with this. Both of these would be overpowering, in my opinion, for something along the lines of grilled chicken. But anything pork or beef-wise, it would be good. Like a pork roast or a beef roast, these two would be great with. Neither one would be great with a steak, in my opinion. For a steak, I would recommend a porter, a stout, or maybe even a Belgian double. Well, I'm going to give this one more shot, and I see if my tastes have changed. Now, after tasting this trim tab, I can definitely say that this Blue Pants is a little sweeter. But that's the only difference I taste back to back, is this one is really sweeter. That's the big discernible difference. This one, I give it a 7 out of 10 also. They are both made here in Alabama. They are both enjoyable beverages. In case you're wondering, this Blue Pants is distributed by Alabev. And this trim tab is distributed by Supreme Beverage. Well, folks, I'll see you next time. Thanks and good night.